You guys, I got a tutorial on how to install a new radio on a 1992 Ford F150 XLT. I'm sure there's many Fords that year that had the same setup on the radio and the same way to get it out and the same way to put it in. I could not find one exactly for a 92 Ford, so that's why I'm making this video to try to make it easier for you guys, since I kind of had a hard time. So we already took out the stereo. I'll go step by step on how to do that. So say your stereo, your stock radio right here is still in there. To get it out, there's two holes on each side. As you can see, I already got my homemade clothes hanger key tool that I had made. You can also buy a Ford stereo disassembly kit. It's very similar to making your own with a clothes hanger. If I were you, I would just do the clothes hanger. To me, it's a waste of $5, but it may not be to some of you guys. So what you do, you get your clothes hanger, you'd make it into a C pattern. And if your radio is still in there, on each side, you connect your little homemade tool, like so. And what this actually does is when you push it in, it goes into these little rivets right there, and when you push out, it unclips. And you got to do this on each side at the same exact time while you're pulling it out. I had troubles because mine was going too far, which wasn't unclipping it. After about a day of working with it, we got it out. On some of the other videos, they make it look a lot easier. I don't know if they already taken it out and they're just showing you a demonstration, or if those cars are easier. But I had some trouble with mine. But don't be scared, you'll get through it and you'll get it out. So you'd put them both in at the same exact time. You would push them in, and you would push outward towards the doors on each side. And as you do so, unclips that, and you pull it out, and it should come right out. Now your wires will still be hooked up on the back of your stereo. You got the antenna, which is right here, and then you got your two other power supply, speakers, ground, whatever. So you'll pull out your stereo, and you'll take your wiring clips out. Make sure you take them out easily so you don't break any clips on it. Disconnect everything, pull it out, set your other stereo aside, get your new stereo set up. With my stereo, I think it comes with most. It comes with this metal box that usually hooks up to a stereo mount or housing kit or whatever they call it. For this 92 Ford and for the Kenwood that I have, I did not have to buy a harness or a housing or a stereo mount or anything like that because of this guy that came with my stereo. So when you pull out your stock stereo, you'll notice on the back there's a little plastic thing with little openings in it. It's bolted onto the back, and you'll see why when you look up in here. Do you see that right there? Now that's a track that this goes into. So basically it guides it back there so it stays in straight and stays in the place. So what I had done is I take this out like so. Now this already has the nut and the bolt built into the back of it, because this is made specifically made for this model. I'm having trouble getting this out. It's really not that hard. I'm just one hand in it right now. So there's the piece right there. It's the bolt's already built on, the nut's already right there. So put your old stereo aside. Don't need that no more. And you will put this onto your aftermarket stereo if possible. So as you can see on the back of my stereo, there's an actual little spot to put the bolt in, which I don't know if it's there for that reason, but it worked for me. So show you. Let's show you that. I'm gonna pause it. I'm gonna put this in and show you after. So you're gonna have to find the right little screw or whatever that will fit into the back of your aftermarket stereo to put this little track onto. I had found one. I got a lot of parts sitting around in the house. So what you do, you just simply put this track on the back of your aftermarket stereo. If you got the right little spot to screw it into. So just go ahead and screw it in. If I can find the hole. Alright. There she is. Screw her in. For some reason I'm having a problem. There we go. I'll show you the after job. I should probably show you this before you put your track on. Make sure your metal housing that comes with your stereo, make sure that's on first. So I'll show you in a second. Okay, so you make sure your metal thing is around your stereo before you put that nut and track on there, or else you will not get that metal thing around the track. So as you can see, it's got that little bolt hole in there where I'm going to put this track. I'll show you right when I get it put together. So as you can see, I got the track on the new aftermarket stereo. Screwed it in. Make sure it's nice and straight so your stereo goes in straight. So now basically connect these two wires right here. Right here you can see that's gray and red, and that's black and red. As you can see with the wire harness I purchased at Walmart or any other places, they should have it. It has a silver and red, or a gray and red, and a black and red. So you match up the two. Now this has the option of having another harness that connects from the back and has a piece like that will go into this one, and it has the option of the wires running out the sides so you can splice them with whatever you got set up. For my specific model I couldn't find the right harness for this stereo, so basically mix and match these wires. So now I got the two harnesses plugged in to the stock wires. I got the antenna hooked up, and now it's time to guide her back in there correctly so you do not trash anything. You want to make sure your wires do not get pinched as you're throwing this track onto that track. So kind of push your wires back. I'll show you when it's done. Just push all those wires back so they're not going to get pinched or anything. And I'll show you the after effect. So I'm putting that white, let's try to see it again. I'm trying to put that white track, wherever it is, right there onto the metal track in there. So you line it up. Caught in there, and you simply push it back. You may have to put a little bit of force into it, but not too much. I'll show you once I got it in. So push it in. Like I said, I didn't need to buy no harness or nothing to hold the stereo in. So you get it in like that, and you got that metal cover that basically blocks it from going back any further. If you didn't put that metal shroud around your stereo will want to keep going back and will just fall in underneath your dash. So push in just like that. You're gonna have to pause this because well, not really. I don't need to pause it. You just push these sides in, a little on each side. Kind of push it. So you just get it in there like so. this back on. Actually, we can push that back a little bit. As you can see, I got a little space up there. Now put your cover back on. If yours don't come off, doesn't mean it ain't gonna work. So as you can see, it already looks pretty good. I got this thing that came with my stereo that kind of covers it up a little bit. Throw that over top. Push it back on a little bit. Bada bing, bada boom.